Welcome back everyone to episode 41 of Let's Play Advanced Tactics Gold. So in the previous episode we pushed forward in the north. We got pretty close to Lorient. In fact, it looks like Lorient is a very achievable objective in the next turn. Probably in the next video, not in this one. Because in this one we're going to focus on the south. Now, there's a lot of work that needs to be done here. By the way, we do have one dive bomber that I forgot to use, and I've noticed that there's quite a lot of enemy forces in this hex, although they have low combat strength. That's probably the perfect situation to get a dive bomber involved. So let's just go ahead and throw this guy in here. And he gets 6 rounds, he kills, well, quite a lot. 6 armored cars, 3 Katushias, what, I don't know how to say that. Heavy artillery, anyways. Lots of casualties. And that's going to move us down here. Okay, so what do we want to do? We're probably going to do a little bit of pushing forces. This is still a scary stack to me, so I'm going to continue to suppress it, as it were, with some artillery bombardment. Just to make sure, I don't know, that they're not going to attack, or I might even have to follow that up with a dive bombing attack, because we don't have too much artillery in this area. Actually, suppose I can spare one of the artillery that's supposed to be here. Let's just use the 67, get that one involved. Just to make sure that we, again, won't be the target of some kind of aggressive action. I think that should be enough to weaken them. Now, what I'm going to do is actually attack with this artillery on this very single weak Russian unit. The idea is that it should retreat and give us plenty of... Okay, there it is, 5. Should give us enough action points to bombard a different unit. And this is all armored cars, so I'm a little... I didn't realize that. I'm not sure if it's worth it then. I mean, there's nothing else the artillery can do anyway, so we'll do that. We'll just use artillery on this unit. Yeah, and even with 5 rounds, we didn't really do anything. Good, so let's go ahead and start mopping up these German forces. They've been here long enough. Enough is enough. Let's engage. Should be instant death, and it is, more or less. So we don't really even need to concern ourselves with occupying this road, but okay, we also don't have any reason not to. How will this work? We're going to need this anti-tank in here. That's fine. It's very doable, because we have a small amount of armored cars available. Yeah, then these guys can both push forward. Let's find out what's the best thing to do from here. Probably split them up. We'll send these guys the 7th after these guys, because they're a little weaker. Good, instant kill. That clears up the map. And we'll send our stronger 6th light armor after this unit. Good, wow. So 13 to 1, even though we lost a machine gun, and those are a little more important, a little more valuable. Still pretty good. Okay, so where does that leave us? I don't think we'll be attacking the big stack this turn, but we're in a position where we could if we wanted. Actually, we have a bit of a problem here. Not a problem, but a mix-up, I suppose is what I'm trying to say. We have, like... I was going to say that we don't have enough anti-tank, but probably we do. If we do something like this, is that probably... Yeah, I think that's what I wanted to do. We'll double reinforce this hex just in case it gets intact. Okay. Well, that is good on the green side of things. Now we move to the big headquarters, which is controlling basically half the front by itself, even though we have 4 HQs. One is really taking the brunt of things. What do we want to do in the south? Well, the idea is to punch into Bayreuth as fast as possible. The sooner we can secure a foothold on the east side of this river, that's better. It's just going to be much better for us. We're not going to have to worry about any kind of fighting penalties across the river. If we can secure this area, we should have access to a bridge. So how are we going to do this? I think we move this artillery in here. To do that, we're going to want to attack this unit, so let's do that. Use our anti-tanks, hopefully not take too many casualties. Not bad, not bad, not terrible. And this unit can attack from either side. We'll put them there so we can help with the attack. This is a pretty aggressive force. Not aggressive, just massive. Big combat strength. We better bring in our artillery to actually combat that. Yeah, I know that's gonna overstack us here, but let's get the two older ones, the ones that have already moved. I don't know, they're not even older. This is the second artillery, one of the first ones I ever made, but the two more worn out units to bombard. Now they're only going to get 2 rounds. Boom, 1, 2. But it lowered their readiness a little bit. It lowered their entrenchment a little bit. I don't know, it's not a lot, it's true, but it's something. In fact, because this one is mostly infantry, and this one is mostly armor, I think we'll use even yet another bombardment on this guy. Even though the attack stack, I mean, I didn't do this correctly at all, right? The attack stack is going to be really high. But I think it's still the best use of this artillery. Okay, so now we see a much more significant reduction in readiness and in entrenchment. Okay, well, we don't have any dive bombers here because we eliminated the armor here. Like I said, that was the beginning of the last episode. Who is capable of bombarding here? Just these two. Now, is anybody else capable of bombarding here? Yes. These guys. Okay, so let's send one over to dive bomb here, because this is the important area. Get the weaker of the two. They're both 198, 199. They're both like fantastic options. So let's get a few kills. That's very good. Soften up the attack, because I think the most effective use of your artillery or your dive bombers is to attack a hex which you're about to attack with ground forces. Disrupt them and then, you know, go in for the kill with the ground forces after that. Having done that, I think we'll have a much better time eliminating pieces here. First of all, I probably should move this unit here, just to prevent them from moving in this direction. So we don't want them to be able to fall back. Now, I don't think they can even attack. No, they cannot. This unit could move and attack, though. That's interesting. Maybe that's what we want to do, actually. I think it is. It'll give us a better surroundment. So if we were only attacking from these 3 sides, it wouldn't be as much of an encirclement bonus. In fact, we could move this unit and attack from here. Okay. I don't like using my machine guns this way, but I'm going to just because I'm that worried about this hex. So we do all, and that's exactly what we want. And we took almost, I mean, we didn't take any casualties, so mission complete success. It's true we do have some forces left over, and it's also true that we're not going to be able to attack those forces because all of our units are out of action points, that we spent all of them moving around to attack this hex. The only one that could do the attacking, we need him to engage these units, which are a huge threat. So we're going to dive bomb the heck out of these guys. Try to get as much work done as possible before our tanks roll in. That's good. Yeah, we're going to need both tanks to attack this one, though. So we attack with everyone who's available, which is just both of our armored units. And this should be pretty quick, because we did, yeah, dive bomb the heck out of them. We move both those units in, but we're only able to follow up with the heavy armor. I mean the medium armor. They're weak enough that I think it is warranted, a follow-up attack. So let's do that. Okay, we took a few casualties, but... Oh my gosh, we stalled in the attack from one armored car. Well, that is really not what we wanted, because that's going to give them time to actually defend this river. That comes as a big surprise to me. I mean, 193 combat strength against, what was it, like 10. It's like 20 to 1 odds. Yeah, very honestly did not expect that attack to stall there. But we'll have to live with it. Okay, so we definitely don't want all these guys attacking, but we do want some. Who can attack? Can these guys attack? They can. Let's go in one at a time. Let's send in the 132. If he makes it all 10 rounds, then maybe we'll send in the other one. No, I mean, that's the perfect time when the defender retreats right at the end of 10 rounds. They're so weak, I guess that's all we need to do before actually attacking them. So let's attack them with our infantry. And it should just, yeah, be instant death. We completely eliminated them, that's even better. However, I don't want to move in because it would put them into an open plains hex, and there are some armor just right above them. However, that's some pretty weak armor. I don't know what to do. I'm still kind of bummed about this situation in the south. Alright, so with the remaining resources we have, we will, I think, do artillery bombardment here with one. And this should just decimate the remaining forces. It did. If we attack, which we could do, we'd only be attacking to force them, I mean, just to create more casualties. There's no good reason for us to attack otherwise. However, if we attack, can we move this guy south and attack? No, we can't. Can this guy attack and then move? I think so. Let's find out. So just kind of blind doing the attack. That worked out really well. They were completely eliminated. So the idea is, can this guy get down here? He can. I want to kind of shuffle all the forces forward so I can get my machine gunners in position to attack Bayreuth next turn. Unfortunately, because of the attack stalled out here, I'm not sure if that's possible. But we want to try to get them as far as possible. So we'll do this, and we will do the attack here. Good. Good, just keep pushing them back. And move there. Interesting. Nobody really has any movement points. This guy does have some, but not enough to move here, huh? I guess it would cost 50 and he only has 42. Well, that's a bummer. I'm still so surprised that our units fell back here. That was very surprising. Oh, okay, we actually have... This is silly, we should have done this earlier. We can actually build that road to connect it, and now they'll be able to get supply from the headquarters next turn. Probably means we should move this guy forward a little bit. Okay, so let's do bombardment of this unit here. Another unit that really probably deserves a dive bomber. Yeah, that's pretty strong. Here's their heavy artillery, which has been attacking us. I keep hoping that they'll switch targets over to the... Oh my gosh, that's a lot of units. So this has to be attacked. Let's find our 193 here and get them. This will also help scout out what the hex has. And the question is, after all of this, is it worth doing a second attack? Because, wow. 8 AT guns killed, 3 armored cars, 2 infantry gun 2s, 1 Katusha, 2 trains, lots of damage. I think if we're going to try to inflict the maximum damage on the Russians, we do follow this up with another bombardment. Maybe with the weaker dive bomber here. I think that's okay. It'll give them some experience because they'll get a lot of kills. Wow, that was very good. Yeah, another 6 AT gun kills. 3 more infantry guns, 2 more Katyushas. And if we're lucky, we'll weaken these guys enough to the point where the Germans will actually attack them and break back out. Alright, so let's do this kind of shifting of the front. Interesting, this only has a combat strength of 5. I don't really believe that. I think we'll take 2 heavy of casualties. We don't need to push in there, so let's just move as far forward as possible. Yeah, we leave this hex open, but if they just move down there, then we move up. Yeah, it doesn't really matter, so. We have 2 anti-tanks defending him from these 2 areas. That's good. These are impenetrable by armor. So because of our constant abuse of the Russians in this little open plains area, it looks like the Germans are actually moving north. We're going to continue abusing them, though. The Russians, I mean. No end in sight to that. Get these two to attack. It should be almost instant death. They can move forward and probably attack one more time before they have to move back. We'll move everyone forward, though. So we can actually bombard this unit. Let's bombard with just one for now. Maybe both. Okay. That was pretty substantial. They do have one AT gun, but its readiness is extremely low. Since my medium tanks have higher, they have higher hit points, I'm going to use that unit for against the. Okay, well, what am I going to do with this unit? Just do this? Try to get some kills? I guess so. Yeah, we even have one bombardment left, which, hey, of course, we might as well use on this guy. Yeah, lower the readiness by 2 points, you know, that's something. And now we can finally do this attack. We still took one casualty, but I'm okay with that, especially to kill both the anti-tank guns. Now this unit moves back. We retreat once more into the hills. I think we'll bombard this unit, since we have one more artillery unit. Unless we want to bombard here. No, let's bombard this one. Good call, there's a lot of infantry here. Okay. Let's do the attack. Good kills, and retreat back. The good news is the Russians move first, so typically they're going to push up and fill in the gaps again before the Germans come, and then the Germans really have no choice but to fight the Russians. Alright, well, I guess that's everything, huh? We do have some dive bombers left. Let's see, how many? Maybe just one? Let's pick an easy target like this and see how many people are available. 2. So one in the city, Laval, and one in Hirschau. Okay. This is mostly, what? Infantry gun, AT gun, that's fine. We don't need to worry about that. I feel like we should be really pushing against the Russians, even though the Germans right now are... Whew, okay, let's try to get this, because this is something which could affect me. Let's use the weaker red units. It is in a forest, so that's going to hurt our efficiency. But I think that's good for the... Even just causing one to retreat should have lowered the readiness a bit. Yeah, a readiness of 8. Hopefully that won't give them too much firepower against us. What else? This guy has the ability to move back. Do we need to do that? Probably not. Because this unit is so weak, it's okay. I think it's okay. Okay. No reason for us to attack this unit, I think. Even though it is armored car and we could attack it with light tanks, which is a good situation typically. Where to use the last bombardment? I guess here. We don't know what's there, but attacking it, well... I mean, that's a lot of armored cars. Okay, this is so close to us, I'm going to treat it as only, like, it's only going to be hostile. It's not going to help us. Let's just start eliminating it. Well, that wasn't so good, but really didn't do much. Much less than I was hoping, at least. I think I will move this guy in just... I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. What's the advantage moving him there? He applies pressure. He's in a position to attack across the stream, which he won't. If he has to move here next turn, he won't be able to attack. I think we'll leave him there, yeah. If they attack with the armored cars, then, well, I just pay the price. That's what I get. Roll the dice, basically. We don't have any dive bombers left, so this is it. Okay, well, that's going to conclude this turn. Let's actually hit end turn and see what happens, and then we'll conclude the video. Just making sure I'm not missing anything. I think I'm okay. Oh, one thing, we're getting up to the political points needed. I'm not sure which one I'm going to do. I've been talking a lot about medium tank. It's also probably not a bad idea to get staff 2, which I actually have exactly enough for. And there's, you know, arguments to be made about a bunch of other things. Getting mortars, heavy artillery, all kinds of things. So, we'll just end the turn for now. Okay, some kind of artillery. I'm looking right here at the defender to see if I am defending or if it's the old Imperium. And I think the Russians mostly attacked them, but that was... Okay, now we're looking for Royal Perm, not the Allies, hopefully. Okay, that's a lot of Royal Perm, which is good. More bombardment, we didn't lose anybody. Okay, defended Royal Perm. Attacked us, didn't lose anybody. Attacked us. I don't think we lost anybody, yeah. So it looks like they lost one of their rocket artillery just because those are expended when they're used. Let's go through the history real fast. Just the battles. Okay, so the Russians actually just bombarded the Germans. They bombarded us, but really didn't do anything. Just one. This is the one that got lost. Their one rocket artillery. Then they decided to fight, and they killed themselves. Okay, silly. More bombardment. No losses. More bombardment. Huh. Yeah, but that's the hex we just took, so that must be pretty weak artillery. More bombardment against us. No damage. 5. Did I see that right? Oops. It was 5. Yeah, that's a lot of heavy artillery. Okay, they actually did inflict some damage on the Russians. More damage on the Russians. Heavy artillery is really starting to become effective. More damage on the Russians, which is good. Okay, attack. An attack which did not go well. Well, actually, yeah, it did not go well. Those AT guns, right? A very, very bad attack where they lost 20 riflemen to, okay, comparable losses. Comparable losses here. A nothing attack. Bombardment, no effect. Lots of battles, goodness, man. Okay, that's the end. Okay, good. Well, I'm going to call this episode to a close here then. So thanks for watching, and let's see, in the next episode, what do we have to look forward to? Hopefully we can push all the way to Bayreuth, but at this point they probably secured the bridge crossing. That's sad, but we'll find out. We will find out, and that'll put us really in striking distance of Cologne. Our second objective is going to be just to take Lorient, because we're close enough, I feel like we should. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care.